稼ぐ俺らはスターお金稼ぐ私はスタースタースタースタースターキラキラ私はスター This is why I'm hot This is why I'm hot This is why This is why This is why I'm hot This is why I'm hot This is why I'm hot This is why This is why This is why I'm hot I'm hot cause I'm fly You ain't cause you not This is why This is why This is why I'm hot I'm hot cause I'm fly You ain't cause you not This is why This is why This is why I'm hot お金稼ぐ俺らはスターお金稼ぐ私はスタースタースタースタースターキラキラ私はスター This is why I'm hot This is why I'm hot This is why This is why This is why I'm hot This is why I'm hot This is why I'm hot This is why This is why This is why I'm hot I'm hot cause I'm fly You ain't cause you not This is why This is why This is why I'm hot I'm hot cause I'm fly You ain't cause you not This is why This is why This is why I'm hot
Hello, Slice of Horror slashers, final girls, final guys, anyone who supports the channel, subbies, members, collaborators, all of that. Welcome, welcome. This is the last review of the year. This is literally it for 2024, and had to end the year off with Squid Game. Season 2. Excited to talk about this. It's been a few years since season 1 premiered on Netflix, and I was watching the show before it got popular because I like anything that looks horrific and foreign movies and shows. So I was really into it, and I'm glad that it got the buzz that it did. But we're going to talk about, did season 2 live up to the hype? Was it worth the wait? There's another season after this coming, and all that in between. And since this is a review and the last one of the year, I am not by myself. I have a couple people that's going to be up here joining me. And of course, I got on my green. I'm ready. We're part of the games to talk about this. First guest, you all known her. I call her Louise Top Flight Attorney. Y'all seen her up here talk about the penguin. And to end the year off, we got C the Superior with us here to talk about Squid Game Season 2. C, how are you?
I am doing pretty good. Happy to have survived the games. I'm fresh from winning my, 40 million billion yen. I am ready to talk about season 2.
Oh, absolutely. We're definitely going to talk about season 2. We have another guest joining us momentarily, stuck in Atlanta traffic. Y'all don't do it. Don't do it. If you're thinking about coming up here for the holidays, if you're thinking about coming up here to watch the peach drop, don't do it.
Oh, that's the thing for real, the peach drop? Okay, Georgia.
Yes, in Georgia, in Atlanta, Georgia, on New Year's Eve, in downtown area, they do a peach drop. Okay. So don't bring y'all tails up here. It's we Atlanta is packed. Matter of fact, anything around Atlanta is packed. So we will be joined by someone else in just a little bit to get this show on the road. But y'all know what we are here for. We got to talk about Squid Game, okay? Where we at on this? Look at me clicking on the wrong stuff. Where is? There we go. There it is. Season 2, y'all. See, I told y'all I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready for the games.
Yes.
See, before we get started, what was your initial impression of the season overall?
Okay. Now, I really enjoyed season 1. Right. And like you said, it's been some years since that season. And it's been like 3 years since that first season came out. Season 2, I was excited to have it come back, especially given like the cliffhanger of season 1. But for me, I was a little underwhelmed. I don't know. I feel like returning to the Squid Games, I felt I just didn't feel the stakes. Like it didn't feel as fresh as the first season. You know, it just kind of felt a little different for me. Did I enjoy it? I don't know. We'll find out. Stay tuned for the whole of the video. But I definitely do feel that there is a difference between season one and season two.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Okay.
I feel like I can I can tell it was a difference, but I think it's also because we didn't finish it. Like it's not done. Sometimes it's that last little bit that gets you. Like the last little bit of season one is because of, you know, the last couple of games that they played were like the most tedious because we're rooting for those last few, and then
Yeah.
finding out who won really was, and we didn't know the whole time, and seeing that you know, that it wasn't meant for but one person to win, and then we found out about, you know, the cop that was, you know, there trying to see what was going on with his brother,
Mhm.
like those in pieces that helped bring it on home.
Yeah.
And this literally ended, we're in the middle of the games.
Mhm.
So
It's like, is this a season? It kind of felt like something I was concerned that they were going to do, because Netflix has a history of doing this now, is split in the season, right? It's
yeah,
like
that's what I
part
thought was
one
going
of
to
the
happen.
season and then part two, like a month later. But
Mhm.
it's apparently worse than that. It's the next season, the next and final season isn't coming out until next year. However, next year is next month, so I don't know if there was like a little, you know, something with the wording there. Um, but yeah, it definitely does feel like it's isn't complete, and that might have affected this story as well. You're right.
That's just, I guess that's it. Like we didn't get a complete story. So
Mhm.
I feel like I will be able to better judge it when I see the whole thing
Mhm.
coming together. And you know what? I felt like this about the last season of You. Because remember, they split the last season of You into two parts. And
Uh-huh.
after the first part, I was just like, it's just, you know, it's just okay. But then
Mhm.
when that second part clicked in and everything came full circle, I was like, okay, now I can better judge the season as a
Mhm.
whole, because I have two parts of it now.
Yeah,
And
even though
so,
that season wasn't. I'm a big fan of You. This isn't a You review, but the last season wasn't as good as the other
oh
seasons.
yeah,
But
it definitely wasn't as good as the other season. The second part made up for it. The
uh-huh.
second part made it a decent watch,
Yeah.
but it still wasn't as good as the
Uh-huh.
last two. And so I'm just like,
Mhm.
hopefully when the next part, when it picks back up,
Mhm.
everything will come to where it's supposed to be for me. I
Mhm.
definitely wanted more games.
Yeah.
I needed to just to see a little bit more action when we're in the games and we're in it. That's the high anxiety, the stress, the suspense that we need. We need those intense moments of the game.
Mhm.
But I see that, you know, I guess they didn't want to have to do the same thing over.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, you already know that this is it. We need to tell y'all some more of the backstory. We need to tell y'all a little bit more about what's going on. And hopefully it gets executed better. It was still a good watch. I enjoyed meeting some of the new characters, which we are going to talk about in just a minute. It was still enjoyable, but I guess for us to have waited 3 years, they could have gave us more than 7 episodes.
Mhm. That's for sure. That is for 100% sure. And it could have been a little bit more intrigue. I'm still trying to figure out what's the intrigue here, because last season we had, okay, what is even the Squid Game? Who's, you know, behind it? You know, we got the whole mystery from the brother, you know, the cop trying to find his brother. We got the whole situation with the what's a girl and her backstory, and you know, her trying to better the life of her brother. This season doesn't seem as much like there isn't as much of a mystery, because we kind of already know, we've seen behind the veil, right? And we know kind of the people putting together the Squid Games are like these, you know, multi-billionaires or whatever, and it just seems like the stakes aren't as high, and the well, not the stakes aren't as high, but the mystery isn't there, and that's the mystery is what kind of got me into it, like trying to put the pieces together. But let's talk about it. You muted.
Correct.
Mhm.
I hear you. I feel like it should have been another arena or something too. You know how like in Hunger Games where they started like the first Hunger Games they were like in the woods,
Everything's
and then
fresh.
the second one they were like in this like marsh area with this like you're like an ocean, like they were in like a rainforest or something.
Hmm. Keeping the people on their toes.
I thought we were gonna get like another game arena or
Mhm.
something. And I get that they mixed up the games. Like I like that part. I
Yeah.
wanted to see like them put, I don't know, like been in an underground cave or something, or put them on like something that looked like a spaceship. Like now
Hmm.
everybody got on white tracksuits. And
Yeah. I'm going to assume it's budgetary reasons. I'm going to assume it's budgetary reason. There was a thing in the news a couple months ago about how Netflix isn't paying their Korean shows and the Korean actors as much for their content, even though Squid Game is so successful. I want to say it's like the most streamed show of all time in every um it's the most streamed in the most countries of all
mm-hmm,
of Netflix shows.
mm-hmm.
So it's like, if it's a budgetary thing, Netflix just cut the check, man. I know you got it. Y'all not even sharing passwords anymore. Y'all got the money. Let pay these folks.
Exactly. I wanted to I needed to see the I guess I did I just expected them to be like like do something like different
Mhm.
with them. And I mean, and I get it because everybody dies, so nobody's gonna know what it looks like except for song to
The
know what
audience. What it's for
in the audience who
entertainment.
knows, but like mix it up like this year we're gonna put them in Alaska and
Mhm.
we're gonna take them to the desert
Mhm.
and we're gonna hold the whole Squid Game out there. Something I needed to had been a little bit more intense for me as a viewer. But speaking of the players in the game, I wanted to highlight some of the characters from this season because we definitely met some characters this time
Mhm.
around. We have he's Sung, who was there in the first game, and it was a F around and find out, and he found himself in the game again when he could have
Mhm.
just took him and his red hair back home to his child.
Listen, I said this is season one. This man is not a hero. He's the worst dad. Like nothing's stopping him from being a dad except for he don't want to be a dad.
Ex-
Apparently.
exactly. You doing everything else but trying to parent your child because
Even
nobody asks you to be a hero. Nobody needs you to be a hero. You don't even have all the tools that it takes to be a real hero. At this point, you just being in the way. Rule number one in all horror movies: don't try and be a hero.
mhm. Mhm.
Let's not do that. We have we've got the front man number one, which why are we still trusting number one?
Thank you. Thank you. Talk about it. Because I was like, last year, well, last time he was suspicious. Now here come Mr. Suspicious number two in the same number one suit. Mm-mm.
Exactly. Why? And he just was shifty the whole time. Like I didn't even like my sister remembered. Like my sister immediately knew who he was when she seen him, but I didn't.
The
I
brother.
didn't. I didn't quite remember that was the guy's brother.
Mhm.
But the way he was moving was suspicious to me. I was just like, this man can't be trusted. The way he be shifting, like, you sure you want me on your team?
Mhm.
Are you sure
Mhm.
you're gonna trust me with this information? Or
Mhm.
you sure when somebody look at you because they know that they lying, like
Right. And
like
he
I
should
know
have
I
been
wouldn't believe me, but you had so you believe me, and I don't even feel safe with this information. But okay.
off the team when that whole spinning tops debacle happened. His ass would have been off the team after that immediately when he was throwing the top way in the back and they had to get under a time restraint back. He should have been off the team. Suspicious from the beginning. Mm-mm.
I could not with him. We got the recruiter.
Oh,
Um
Squid Daddy. That's who I call him, Squid Daddy, because he's the sexiest one on the show.
the recruiter?
Yes, yes, that's Squid Daddy. I've been calling him Squid Daddy since season one. He looked good.
Nah,
The third one, third
I
row, top.
I think the brother is the finest one to me, but
Oh,
which our other character, Gi-hun,
Okay.
Who we have him. He is desperate to find these games again, because he's like, y'all ain't gonna play me like that. Y'all played in my face. And he's even naive, because if you trying to tell all of these people what's going on and everybody's gaslighting you, when is he gonna realize that they all know already?
Mm-hmm.
When is he gonna put two and two together to say, as much as he keep telling people that he was in danger, his life was in danger, this is a real thing, and they, well, we need evidence and we need proof. And this man was shot. And what else do y'all need to know? Y'all telling him like he wasn't the one that was shot. And he needs to be more aware of his of who him and Sung are. Y'all are just trusting with the wrong people, with the wrong type of information. We got a little Miss with child and her baby daddy who manipulate people out of their money. Now he dipping and dodging for his dear life. You know, we got Thanos.
Oh yeah.
And his Infinity Stone nail polish and his miniature Infinity Stones that he keep around his neck. We got the mom and son duo.
Yeah.
That's in here. We have number 11, who is a guard who is popping off people because she said, I ain't doing that organ harvest and stuff. Well, we don't need to do all of that. Let's see. We have I cannot think of this character's name. It's down there and can't even see it. Yes, but she was a G, okay? But she said, I know how to use this because I was special forces, okay?
Oh, okay. This one, 120.
Yes. 120.
One of my favorite characters of the season, by the way, is between her and Grandmama. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Those two were my favorite this season.
We also had Jung Bae, who was a loyal friend. Okay, he was like, I'm in there with you. You said we can get out.
Oh, okay. Now I know who you're talking about. Okay, big boy, the big boy friend.
Big guy. Jung Bae said we in there. I want to go home too. Okay. You know what? Maybe if I would have gave you some money a long time ago, we wouldn't be in the Squid Game. At this point, it's too late now. Maybe you know best. Let's go ahead and let's run it and see what we can do in here. We had some very interesting characters this season.
But my question when it comes to big boy bestie, right? He outright stated that his marriage was ended. You know, but did he ever say why? Like, I'm still confused. Like, this is the thing that I don't like about this cliffhanger of a season, because it's like all of these questions. I still don't know what happened between him and his wife. Look, and why he, you know, what led to what?
I want to get the truth and the whole truth out of what's going on.
He dead now. We ain't get no. We ain't get.
But yeah, they about to go ahead and forget about Jung Bae, because now he out of there. We're out of there. And you know what? And number one, I feel like, even though he told a lie, I feel like some of his story was real about his wife and like some of the stuff. It's got to be some truth in there. Like, he used the story just to try to, you know, get up in there, but something got to be.
They said that in one of the episodes when it was his brother, the cop, right? The brother, he was talking to his mom, right? And apparently, like they said, number one is like an adoptive brother or like some kind of half brother that isn't her son. And so the whole wife story was true. Like, his wife, you know, actually did pass away from some illness. But it still doesn't all the way explain why he's, you know, turned into a villain, like this villain, you know, origin story and killing folks off on this island. But there was some truth behind his little wife story. So,
I mean, yeah, he had to come from a place, because I mean, you know, the lie had to sound believable.
Yeah, had to pull some truth.
And forgot about the guy on the fisherman boat who was also a part of this whole conspiracy thing.
Yeah,
you know?
And who didn't catch that? Like, who didn't know? As soon as I saw Mr. Loose Lips, I don't know where he had on the picture, but you know, the one, the weakest link.
Exactly.
It's like, dude was way too interested.
Talk about, well, since you know, I guess I can tell you everything. Once he said that, I said,
dude was just waiting for the tea. Like,
this
So
this
yeah, he
this
was
got
suspicious from jump.
exactly a setup right here. I want to know from the major players, who's your favorite player this season, favorite character this season, and who did you dislike the most this season?
Okay, so my favorite players, like I said, was 120 and Grandmama, right? They were my favorite as far as I was rooting for them to
Mm.
succeed, right? If it comes to like story, who is my favorite character? Ooh, and dynamic. I want to say dynamic as far as their story is concerned. I like the story between Grandmama and her son, right?
Mm.
The fact that she put herself in the game for him and he put himself in the game to pay off all of these debts and people are coming after him. And in that one scene where he pretty much abandoned Mama to to die pretty much. I said, this little ungrateful. And, the fact that he's flip flopping on if he's staying, if he's going when they cast the votes, their dynamic was the most interesting to me this season. So, yeah, 120, Grandmama and her son.
I disliked her son the most because, first of all, why your mom better at this game than you? And you don't even have enough respect for her being better at the games than you to listen to what she's trying to tell you.
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm,
because he could have voted the way that he needed to vote the first time around and
mhm,
listen to his mom in this. Okay, your mom shouldn't be the leader of this and know what's going on, and you keep going against her. First of
mhm.
all, she's only in these games to pay his debt off. First of
Yeah.
all, that already
Mhm,
tell you he a raggedy bum that still live with his mom
mhm,
and can't even
mhm.
fend for himself. So he was like at the on my list of worst.
His little Jerry curl.
Yeah,
Oh, I
I'm
forgot
not.
to name my worst. My worst is old pregnant girl. I cannot stand her. I cannot stand her because how dare you come in there knowing you pregnant,
Knowing
and
it.
yeah, and then when you see the baby daddy, then suddenly it all becomes all about the baby daddy and less about trying to survive the games. I'm like, girl, get it together. I didn't like her at all.
Oh, and her baby daddy was raggedy too. Because
Yes, he
when she
was.
get in the game and start saying, you know what, I don't need you, I can find my own way around. Then he be all, well, you can come on my team, and then
Uh-huh. I
you
want
know,
us to be a family.
I can, if we work together, you know what I'm saying? We have both our monies together, and then we could do I'll be there to protect you and our child. And she looking like what child?
Mm, mm,
What child, honestly,
mhm,
because 6 months ago I was in this by myself. And first of all, he owe her money.
mhm,
He
mhm.
owe her money like he owed everybody else money. So actually, I wasn't upset when Thanos then was trying to whoop his ass because they lost money
Right.
on you, and he ain't even have a nerve and the courtesy enough to say, "All right, y'all, whatever I can do to pay y'all back, I'm paying." But no, he just
Right.
trying
He
to
didn't even offer.
ain't even offer. He just out here just dashing and scamming and scheming all over again.
Mhm,
So no, him and that son, the worst.
mhm,
120 is also one of my favorite because they stepped up. Okay,
mhm.
they stepped up in place that nobody else would. Loyal.
Yep.
You
Facts.
need loyal people.
Resourceful.
Resourceful. These the kind of people that you need in the games with you.
Mhm.
Okay, this what you need here. And you know what? I didn't like number 11 at beginning, guard number 11, because I'm
Okay.
like, why is she out here shooting people like this? But she has another motive. She's
Mhm,
not in the games because she agreed with what they got going on.
mhm.
Because honestly, I would rather mercy kill somebody than be alive and have their organs taken and harvested and sold on the black market.
Facts.
Like
Mhm.
she in there with her own agenda, and she held her own when them dudes came in there and attacked her.
No,
Like
she
she
sure.
kind of fought on some of them a little
Mhm,
bit, and because at first I was just like, I don't know about her, and then after that I was just like, okay, she can hang tough a little bit. Okay,
mhm,
she kind of took a few of them down by herself. So I'm
mhm.
I'm I'm here for number 11. Charles, from
God,
our major players and characters this season, who is your favorite and who do you like the least?
120 is always the favorite, man. Like
Yeah.
after Shorty was like, "Yo, I was special
That's
forces."
it. That's
Right.
exactly. I said that's my dog.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she held it down for real, for real. And I like the grandma too, cause she does everything. Like she just reminds me of old people. They have no filter. You know what I'm saying? Like she kept looking at number 120, like, yo, what's her deal? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what she was on. And it's like, but she did come around though. She shed that old, can't really relate to today's, society thing pretty quick when she realized like 120 was about that. But my least favorite, y'all wrong for saying the pregnant chick.
She gotta go.
Y'all wrong because she didn't know the game was life or death. You know what I'm saying? When you first sign up, you don't find out to the first game that the game is like, oh my god, you lose, you lose. My least favorite, it might be Buddy, the scary Buddy. What's 125? Yeah, bro, I ain't like dude. He let Shorty get killed and everything, and she had his back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ain't like him the whole time. Even when he did the right thing, it was like you still a punk. Like,
I forgot about
yeah,
him.
yeah, he my least favorite. Like right now, him and Buddy, that old
The Marine.
money, the dude that owed the most money, the older cat, he owed like $6 million or something like that.
I think I know who you're talking about. He kept voting to stay in the game.
Yeah,
The old man, the one that every
yeah.
every time Sung had something to say, he was always, well, how you know, or how we know
Right.
this is
Yeah.
Right. I forgot
if
about
you
him.
was in this game, well, you the one that can help us, or you know what? I don't even believe you was in here before. Maybe you was trying to say, like, shut your old ass down. You don't know everything. First of all, you don't know.
Bro was 100%. He was about self because he was just thinking about how much debt he had. Bro, 6 million in the hole, like 6 million US in the hole, and he's like, nah, hell nah.
And I'm like, how he kept surviving the games? He not in shape. Like, how did he keep surviving? Nobody liked his man.
To be real though, the games that they played was real neutral. Like in the first season, they played some games, but you had to be strong and shit. Like,
oh yeah,
but in this one, you just had to have a little bit of skill.
Mm-hmm. You just got to be with a team because that's the only thing saving some of these folks that they on a team.
Oh yeah, he's skating by. I can't wait to see him go, Mister. Well, we need to just because I got to pay out and you stopping our money. You don't want us to get any money. I said he belong in the United States with that attitude because he fit right on in. He'll fit right on in here with us. And speaking of themes or storylines, so this season we had a few stories running together. Here. We had, of course, Sung trying to get revenge because he's just like, oh no, y'all done tricked me, and I the one the whole time was the one who was running the things, and I got all this, but still, y'all shouldn't be out here killing people. You know, I'm about to take off this red wig and I'm going back in here because I got to take it right down. Then you got I think it's Gi-hun is his name, the brother who was just like, I'm taking it. I gotta expose this because nobody believed me. Y'all shot me, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. He wants to expose and pull out the truth because what they said, we need evidence.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to get my evidence and exposing this whole Squid Game. And since he was like working as like one of the guards or whatever, like he's seen like the rich people that was like watching this and paying for it on some hostile type situation. He's like, no, all of this stuff got to be exposed. Ain't none of it right. And
but
then
he ain't trying to expose his brother because they kept asking him like, who's the game master? Who's the guy?
Tell us about young Eel.
Right, exactly.
Like, I don't know who, but it was. I don't remember. I don't remember who shot me.
Exactly.
You remember who shot you?
Trying to expose everything but young Eel in this game. Okay, the front man of all people. You want to tear down the whole Squid? He is the Squid Game.
Exactly.
Your brother is the Squid Game. And then we got organ harvesting. So they're like, you know what? We're not gonna fatally shoot everybody. At the games, we're gonna stub a toe so that we can sell some organs on the black market. But how they're putting it is, we can use their life to save a whole other life. No, it's y'all trying to sell organs to make money the illegal way.
They always got an angle. But
Mm-hmm.
I think like there's something more to that because I think Shorty that is like doming dudes and killing them right away.
Yeah, number 11.
Yeah, I think she just following the rules, like the actual rules, and the other people who are trying to keep them alive. I feel like they're working
Oh, you think it's
against,
under the table?
yeah, against the higher up.
Mm.
Oh,
Because Shorty
possibly.
was like, "I'm just doing what I was told to do." You know, when
Mm-hmm.
dude was like, "What you doing, fam? Like, why you doming them?" And she was like, "Well, that's what I'm here for. That was the point."
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of think like she following the rules and they're double crossing their own organization with this whole extra organ harvesting thing.
Mm.
That's like a side thing for them.
Possibly. Like I know that the head master guy, he did kind of pull her to office, like, yo, what's up with you, offering these folks. But then he could also be doing it under the table as well, underneath the table of the billionaires who are like running
Yeah,
it.
we're running. Yeah,
And also we saw that they ain't paying these gods, shit, because she broke living in the car, working at the amusement park. So it could be some on the table action going on. That's good, Kat.
Charles, anything else on these storylines? And am I leaving out a storyline? Another one that might be in this season.
well, number 11 is from North Korea, so
Mhm.
um, I'm just I don't know. It's something about her, like the artist guy whose kid is sick,
Mm-hmm.
blood cancer. Like he gets shot in the end, but they don't show him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, was that her shooting him? You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
if she shot him in a non-lethal place, like is she's gonna cover for him or whatnot? Because she's been looking at him the whole time he was in the game,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and they really didn't emphasize that he was dead. After getting shot like that, because the way he got shot, how they shot, how the scene was shot,
Mhm.
it really left that kind of ambiguous as to whether he died or not.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking like he is not dead, and I'm thinking she's gonna help him. And another thing is like this group is way more close knit than the original group.
Mhm.
Like they form, even the assholes, they form factions and they're together. The original group was very cutthroat, very
Mhm.
fast. So I think, I don't know. Because the whole Squid Game thing, like to me, is that the people who are running it, they're trying to say all of humanity just sucks. And it's just like, we're trying to emphasize this idea that there is no good to humanity. So there's no need for morals and values and stuff. But this group is different. This group is very much together. They're more moral than the last group, in my
Mhm.
opinion.
Oh
That's
yeah.
another plot point, the hypocrisy, because the billionaires are saying, "Oh yeah, these people are horrible people. They're trash. They have no moral standing. This is why they always go after the money." But they're literally just targeting these people because they're poor, right? Yeah. I'm sure the billionaires run the games. They would be showing their shitty colors as well. But it's yeah, that's wild to me.
Oh yeah. See, anything on these storylines, and did I leave out a storyline?
Just the hypocrisy of the rich. That's what's in there. The hypocrisy of the rich, class wars. That's what's going on in this
Oh,
season.
oh yes, definitely classism, and breaking down the storylines even further with looking at elements of only the strongest survive, like that old guy. Even though again, I don't know how he's surviving, but
Mhm,
he's thinking like, okay, if we knock off a couple of people, that's more money for me. You
mhm,
know,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter as long as if I won fair and square. I don't care if a couple people have to go first. Like the more people that die, the more money I get.
mhm,
And if I'm better at the game, then I'm just better than you. Um, like Thanos said, he was like, "Oh, they're just child's games. Like these should be easy. Like if you can't win at a child game, like you must be completely like weak. Like how
mhm,
much of a loser are you if you can't survive a children's game?
mhm,
Money being the root of all evil. Of like that's how they're splitting these people between the ones who just saying like I ain't putting on my life on the line for all of this, and everybody else is just like, well, I'm putting y'all life on the line so that I
Right.
can get some money.
Mhm.
Like at the end of the day, when as soon as that, and the game makers know that because everybody be stressed out until they drop that damn piggy bank out the air,
Mhm.
and everybody be looking up like, well,
Right.
or
That
ain't
don't
playing
it
one
makes no
more.
sense to me, man. Like after that second game when they would just got like lined up and shot down, there was no way I'm
Right.
pushing O, man. It's like, are you serious? I'm not pushing O after the first game. The
Uh-huh.
first game
Right.
is
Exactly.
free because they don't know it. You could die in this. So once they realize, oh, this is for real, like I'm out. I'm out,
Mhm.
son. Like it made
I wasn't surprised. I think the more I learn about people as a whole, right, especially like, the people in numbers, like people individually, I feel like you can, people make sense. But as soon as you get a mass of folks together, people ain't got no damn sense. So I can believe that some of them were like, yeah, let's stay. We going after this money. That's the one thing that I was like, yeah, this is facts, right? Because people, when they get in a group, they get stupid.
yeah,
Absolutely,
group
and they're
think
giving
is
people the
real.
illusion of hope. Of
Mhm.
is another thing. Like the game makers, the song is the only one who was like, it doesn't matter. They're never gonna let us out like scot free. We're not gonna go home anyway. Even if everybody votes it, they're not gonna just let us walk out of here. They're gonna be losing money. Spread no, we have to take our opportunity to get out of here.
Mhm.
And the game makers are making everyone seem like they have a choice in it, but they've already decided everybody's fate.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
They
mean
think that
it
they have a
really
choice. They
is.
don't really have a choice in inside of the games. There isn't a real. They're the them thinking they have a choice is a game in itself.
Yeah, I mean they're playing on human nature pretty much.
Hmm.
Like it's very it's psychology involved here, but like I do think that if they were to vote to leave, they would leave. I mean they left in the first one. You remember they voted to leave the first time in the first season, and they actually went home. Then they all came back, but
Mhm.
but it's I do believe that they will let them leave because there is a thing about fairness in the game with the people who are running the game, but they just know for a fact that people is too greedy and stupid to leave.
But there's also still that illusion of choice because they're taking people at their worst, right,
Yeah.
in their life, right?
Hmm.
They're financially destitute, right? So there is no choice. If you're desperate and you have no other option and someone's offering you a way out, there's not really a choice there. You're going to take it, right? Especially not knowing what's on the line. Like if they give you the card, the our boy Squid Daddy, right? He's coming offering you some money. And you're like, okay, let me take this as an option because again, some of these people are addicts, some of these people are gamblers, some of these people, they have no other way out. So it's not really a choice. You're not offering this choice to people with options. You're offering this choice with people with no options and then calling it a choice. So still
Yeah,
illusion.
Absolutely, because I can almost guarantee if the people that they everybody voted to go home and they let the doors open, it would be somebody outside before they all got knocked out and put back on a boat or a plane or something that said, "Now you can go home," or before you get on the boat,
double or
you know,
nothing.
you could just, pick this and you could do this or you could do this. It would be another game place
Yeah,
that
only one of you can go home.
yeah, exactly.
That
Now, or the boat only have room for 10 people.
Uh-huh. You
they
got to
do
Now,
bump
if you
pick
want,
people
guys.
with
either you
like
go out to swim or you guys gonna have to fight for these seats.
Mhm.
they pick folks with weird neurodivergence because when Buddy was in the park, was like, yo, you want food or a lotto ticket?
Uh-huh.
Everybody picking the lottery ticket because they're obsessive. These are obsessive compulsive gamblers. Like they're greedy. Like the core theme is greed. I
Mhm.
think the
Mhm.
wealthy want to prove that the poor are just as bad as they are.
Mhm.
Which I mean, technically speaking, they are.
But they go in and find out and find these people to help prove their point right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though in season one in the finale, Buddy proved the old man wrong about
Mhm.
people being saved and helping others and whatnot. So I don't know. There is a morality behind the bad guys. Like they have a central core value system, even though they seem to be just ruthless killers. But there is something to them.
Wait,
Like
what bad guy? Who we talking
all
about?
the bad guys, the people running the game, like that.
I disagree. I disagree. I don't think there's any kind of moral character. I don't think there's any kind of, system outside of them entertaining themselves and trying to justify their mistreatment of the poor by dehumanizing them. Like, I don't see them as having any kind of
I can
moral.
see that, but like, because the reason why I say that is because when they were playing Russian roulette, Buddy knew he was about to catch a bullet, and he did it anyway. Like he lost the game, so fair is
But he
fair.
wasn't part of the evil. He was he was working for our boy.
Yeah, I know he's just a recruiter, but I feel like that that kind of theme or whatever translates from them all the way to the top. Like everybody there, they're about following the rules. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the
Okay.
whole thing. So there is a level of you people are here because y'all are bad and you don't follow the rules. And their whole game is about following the rules. And I feel like that's the moral standing that these rich people are on right now. Like they have this weird kind of obsessive nature when it comes to good and bad, and it's based on following the rules. Like because the guy was like, you can turn the gun on me and shoot me right now, but you would be a worthless individual if you did that, or you can point at your own head following the rules. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? So
See,
like
that's when you
We were
follow
talking about
people
Squid
that follow. When you follow something
Squid
so
Daddy.
blindly, yes, following something so blindly that you don't see any morality in it. You're holding so tightly to something and not even questioning if it's right or wrong.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think right or wrong is kind of out of it.
Well,
I
that's
think the
about
whole
morality,
thing.
right? If it's right or wrong. I don't think that Squid Daddy had any kind of moral. I think he was just deranged. And that's why he's like a thrill seeker. That's why he had the whole thing with the Russian roulette.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely was crazy. He told the whole story about killing his pops,
hmm
and he was saying that at that moment he knew he had it in him to do the job. But I still think like there is this thing about following the rules, because even with Buddy who running the game, when he entered the game as 001, he played along until they broke the rules. Like they broke the rules by taking the guns and shooting their way out of there. So, but he played along the whole time until they broke the rules. Like, and I understand he was the secret inside man, because he knew that our hero was up to something. You know what I'm saying? But as long as Buddy played the games, followed the rules, it was all good. You know what I'm saying?
He killed that guy, though. That's the thing. He killed when they pulled up in the room. He killed that guy, even though
Oh,
that guy was in the room first.
hey,
And
that
then
was
he
part
was
of the
up the
rules.
whole time.
That
So
was
he's
part of the
setting them up for
rules.
failure.
He didn't say they didn't say you couldn't kill nobody in that game. They didn't say that. Old Buddy should have told him though. His friend should have told him
He
about
definitely should have
killing.
told him, because that would have
Yeah,
at least gave him a hint that this man is kind of ruthless,
he was
and that
kind of
he.
on to him when he said his name earlier in the show,
Mm-hmm.
but he won his trust after that game. After the second game, when they was tied together, he won his trust.
Mhm.
He was so eager to find somebody that he could trust and end up trusting the wrong one
Mhm.
again. How you trust the wrong one 2 times? At this point, one is his unlucky number.
Yeah, 001 is always the inside man.
Before we talk about the games within the this season 2 itself, I want to know if we had a Squid Game,
Uh-huh.
what game would you know without a shadow of a doubt? Put me in this game, I'ma win. Like no matter what, this is the one, I'ma win this game.
Ooh, this is hot.
I grew up in the middle of nowhere, so I ain't have kids to play with. What you talking about?
So basically, make sure if we end up in the Squid Game, you will not be on my team.
Now, are we including video games?
I know, right? That's what I'm thinking.
But I think I got one. I think depending on the rules, right? If we doing house rules or back of the instruction rules, I could win an Uno game for sure.
That was gonna be mine. Let me tell you
Oh my
something.
God.
I win. If we go by Negro rules, okay,
Right.
that means we gotta be playing train, and we gotta be stacking, and also I be cheating. So I win.
I could win that one
That's
for sure.
hilarious.
Oh, Thumb Wars. I am undefeated in Thumb Wars. I could 1000% win. In fact, I'm picking Thumb Wars over Uno. You can have Uno. I'm taking Thumb Wars. I'm taking them out. Never lost a game.
I might win that, and hide and seek, because my height has allowed me to hide into small places.
You're hilarious.
And to be very quiet, I might win hide and seek, and I might win not double dutch but jump rope.
Okay.
Even at my age, I can still jump in. I can jump in a moving rope. I can still do that at my age. So if we're doing that, I might win those games if we throw them in there. Now, Charles, you got to win something now, because again, if we wake up and we in some tracksuits, I'll be like, I might have known you since we was like 11, 12.
They already shot me.
Oh no!
Not be on
Maybe dead weight on the team. You better do some hopscotch or something. Like,
I'm about to lose that too. I'm about to lose all them jokes.
Better pick some dice and some spades.
Wow. Them was not kid games.
I was playing them as a kid.
You was
what about the hand game? What's it called? Miss Mary, Mac?
I win that. I might got something on that one too.
I ain't got that. I would have been out with that one. So.
Oh yeah, I hang with that one. I might
maybe
give y'all something on that.
Maybe the little slap hands thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Maybe that, but other than that, ooh.
All right, we can pick you on the team. You want to find.
And then if I make it, we gotta hit the X, because I ain't gonna win on another game.
The Xbox.
Now we gotta get the X to get the fuck up out of there.
You gotta vote on the X. Dang, volleyball, kickball, baseball, dodgeball.
Oh man, I have no dodgeball. We are losing.
Yeah, same. I'm too tall for dodgeball. I'm a moving target. They can't hide nowhere.
I already know, Charles. You will not be on my team. They're gonna be like, I thought you and him knew each other, and
she gonna treat you like grandma, like the son treated grandma.
Right? Terrible. That's terrible. We make it back.
We're gonna vote X together, but for this game,
nah.
You just can't be on my team for this game, because you're not doing what I need to be done on this game. Before, at least there's some Monopoly in there.
I ain't winning that.
That little spinning top thing. I could have done that.
Okay.
But
now you throw
other games in that I couldn't do none of them. Like that throwing the rock thing, I can't throw. Freaking.
I feel like the dice game, whatever it was called, I feel like that wouldn't be that hard, because it felt like similar to Jacks. I don't know if y'all played Jacks when y'all was a kid.
Yeah, it's similar to Jacks, but it's like you gotta pick up one, then one, then two, and all three. Is like, nah, my hand-eye coordination, we dead. Like, can't do it.
In them 5 minutes, I'll be on that one game. That ain't the one. That ain't the one. I be done told y'all go ahead and line up. Just line up, big dog. We ain't making it out.
What do you think was a champion though? Homie was killing that shit.
The Marine.
The supposed Marine, yeah. He did say he played with his sisters growing up.
That's the one honest moment he had.
Yeah.
But the games this season, I feel like when we come back, For season 3, the games are going to be like way worse. I think the darker games that we were waiting on for this season, I think they're going to introduce the next season. But yes, Little Miss Red Light, Green Light.
Mhm.
That's still dangerous. And all the people that was laughing at him, talking about, oh, they're not going to shoot us. It's just a fun game. Okay. It was all fun until everybody was getting popped off. And then as soon as they start shooting, y'all start moving more.
Mhm.
They start running around more. That is a horrible, deadly game. You know what? I can win red light, green light. I think I was pretty. I might can hang with that. Now, except I'm a little. If they shoot me for falling over, then that's a different thing. Because sometimes it was hard to stop. I was going so fast, and stopping also meant I might fall.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
would have been on the ground the whole time. I just been rolling. Red light.
Unless you got people cheating like Thanos. He was in there cheating.
Yeah,
Thanos was cheating.
He was
Mhm.
wilding, man.
Yeah.
Two guys
Thanos was tweaking, is what he was doing.
He was in every game. Like
every
game he in there, like, yo, I need something to take a load off.
Yeah.
Bro was stressed. Low key. I mean, he had that whole facade like he was just this dude. But bro was stressed.
Apparently he's a real K-pop star.
Yeah. My niece knew who he was.
Mhm.
Instantly, she's in the K-pop. But yeah, he's a real artist.
Oh, got it.
I want to hear, because I watched the dub. I didn't watch the subtitles, so I want to hear his rapping lines in Korean because they were atrocious.
Don't do Thanos like that. Thanos came up there with his purple hair and his rainbow infinity stone nails and was just like Thanos.
Yeah, and his little Sukuna tattoos. You saw his little whole black thing going down the arm and everything.
Like, y'all need to know me. I am the, not just that I am the Thanos. What's up?
Yeah, he was
trying to holler at me.
He was a lot.
Marvel about to send him a cease and desist.
I know, right?
Because it's like, the Thanos, we wasn't popping them things. Don't put that on us.
I wonder how did they use that for real though? Because he was fully into. He was like, "Oh yeah, I got my Infinity Stones and everything." He about to hit it with
I don't know how they use that part, but I know because Thanos is based on Thanatos, so it's like it's not necessarily a thing they own.
But the Infinity Stones.
But the Infinity Stones, yeah, like that,
yeah.
He had some Infinity Stones, all right.
Yeah.
He sure did a whole cross full of them. But he had drugs in the cross, fam.
Exactly. I said he going straight to hell watching when he died. Now they had the little game where they went around the rainbow and had the little mini games, the game that they played, and then the game that it was just like they switch numbers and then you grab a team, which I thought was very interesting, which I would be frightful for kids to play that in school these days with all the bullying, because Lord, it would be some people going home crying but not getting picked. Then you got the recruiter over here with his evil ass, because everything is a game. We still playing the little slap thing with the paper. We playing rock, paper, scissors. We playing Russian roulette, and he's playing. We gonna scratch off the Mega Million, or you want this roll?
Mm-hmm.
Now, see me, I'm very bad luck. Okay, I ain't never won a damn scratch off in my life. I'll take the roll, please. Do you have butter?
Right, exactly. I'm hungry anyway.
And something to drink to wash it down. I'm taking the roll, okay? I'm not playing I'm not doing all that. C, what was your favorite game of this season and your least favorite?
Okay, so favorite game I got a little categories here, because favorite game being one that I feel like I could win would be the green light, red light, green light, because that's solely dependent on me and my ability and no one else, right? And it's a simple game, right? My least favorite being one that I feel like I would not be able to win is the spinny. You gotta get into the room before time run out, because between the spinning and the trying to do the math and trying to hope you get a buddy before you can scatter into a room and not enough rooms for everybody. And that one seemed the most stressful and the one I would be least likely to win. But also the thing with the other game is teamed. I I don't want to say this because it makes me sound like I'm not a team player, but I don't want my life to depend on somebody else's performance. Let it depend on my performance alone, then I can take the heat if I end up dying. Okay. But if I die because somebody spitting the top behind us and he got to spin it in front of us, I will be pissed off. But yeah, I'm going with red light, green light as my favorite, and the spinny one as my least favorite.
Charles.
The social one, the spinning one, that's the worst.
Mm.
That's the worst one they played. I actually like the rainbow one. I mean, other than the fact that it was killing people at the end, but it actually seemed pretty fun. Like, I thought they were racing at first, like whichever team crossed before the other one.
Right. They didn't care if you crossed before the other one. If that time ran out, that's still your ass.
Yeah. It was one team, it was about to cross. They got shot before they could cross.
Right. Right at the very end.
Oh man, like damn. But yeah, like I dug that one the most because it showed like the camaraderie in the group because everybody was cheering. Like everybody was cheering for everybody to cross that thing, even though when they got back to the room, there was like not enough people died.
Right. Fake. Room for my downfall, huh? That's what...
But yeah, that was the dopest one. That freaking merry-go-round social experiment shit.
Yeah.
That was hard.
Too much pressure, too much thinking, too much. You gotta do math and everything else. No.
Yeah.
Got to make sure people like you. And then they was pushing people out the way, even though they was just like, okay, yeah, we have our team of 4, and 2 big dudes just come and snatch them
and bombard you. Yeah,
Be like, well,
the best strategy is to run to the room, regardless of who. You just gonna run to an open room and just leave it open till you got the right amount of number of people.
Yeah,
that's
hold the door. Come on, yeah.
Come on, because other than that, yeah, fight your way through.
Oh yeah, that game that turned real ugly. I can just imagine that being a horrible game to play for children. That you out on the first couple rounds. They ain't nobody your friend enough to come and pick you, to come and grab you. And then what if your friend group is 3 and they said 2? Then you gonna see who the close friends out of the trio? Then somebody gotta go. So yeah, that game was that'll hurt some feelings. Y'all, my favorite game was a little scratch off in the bread because at least I win. So I know for a fact that I'm gonna get something. I'm leaving here with something. I'm leaving here with something. Okay. And everybody around, nobody was winning off them scratch off. I'm leaving here with something. At least if I was laying on that park bench, I would have had dinner tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all just being greedy, thinking that y'all gonna get something that you did, and then you end up in the same place. And then his psychotic ass stumped on the rest of them. I'm like, this, if he ain't a sociopath, this is the textbook of one. Like, I'm just gonna step on all of them. Y'all, he could have fed them to the ducks or something.
Nobody deserves this.
Exactly. Ain't nobody, because you all did this. You could have had this, okay? This all could have been yours. He actually could have took them home and had, you know what? Let me get off of this. Me man stepping on.
That's another reason why I'm like, there's a moral thing here, an underlying moral theme to the bad guys. It's something. It's like they're kind of like Thanos. It's like, yo, we're doing the wrong things, but we're doing it for supposedly the right reasons. There's lessons they're trying to teach, but kind of like Jigsaw, like, you know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute now! Don't compare him to that Jigsaw.
Not he in the back looking, staring you down because you said that about Jigsaw. Right behind you.
Okay, I defend Jigsaw.
Of course,
he right over your shoulder, looking at
he's looking at you.
I stand by him. Okay, he only picks the people of low lives to be in part of them experiments in them games.
So these people are screwed up, man. But he is like, yo, the son said they're gonna take out my eyes. Like, what is he involved in? You know what I'm saying? Like, who does he owe?
I know. What kind of people that they done probably done stole from, sold TVs, to buy drugs and everything. Them people probably did a whole lot. The loudest ones that was trying to stay, no, they probably did some messed up stuff to their own family and friends.
Yeah, to somebody that's gonna kill them. So they like, hey, I could die here, I could die there.
Right.
Exactly. Definitely was ready to put their life on the line. Throw it all away. Now we get to our the ending here. Well, 4, 5, 6, you tried. You tried, but you trusted the wrong one. I think the plan would have been able to work had he not trusted the wrong one. And old boy went out there and got shell shocked and couldn't take a step further to bring back the bullets and whatnot. If he had better teammates to go along with this little plan of his, it might have succeeded. And instead, the front man was just like, all right, y'all, I'm tired. They bullets keep flying around me. I'm tired of playing. Let me go put my mask back on.
I don't think it would have succeeded though.
No.
Even if they had the best mofos in on the team, they only had about 10 MFers, right? 10.
Yeah, it was too many people.
Yeah, compared to everybody on that damn island, all the game masters and the billionaires, they wasn't getting nowhere. They wasn't getting nowhere fast. And this was doomed from the start. He ain't got no backup. They done took his little tooth tracker out. Man, the plan has gone awry.
And then the boat dude was in on it the whole time.
Yeah,
So you mean to tell me the boat dude was playing the cop for 3 years?
I'm telling you.
It's your job to figure these things out, and you.
That's why I said both him and son, they got to fix their judgment of people together. Like y'all are not good. They are not good judge of character because y'all definitely be trusting the wrong people.
What didn't make sense to me, also about this season, is I understand our guy, what's his name, 456. His desire to kind of get back in and try to dismantle it, right? That makes sense to me, right? But what doesn't make sense is why they would allow this man to come back into the games knowing that that's his plan. He in the limo telling you that he's trying to take y'all down. Why are you letting him back in there? Why don't you just kill him, or why don't you just
part of the game?
Ego, because they wanted to see that you can come in here and play these games that even though we know why you're here, you still can't defeat us. To break him down, like you should just took your money and ran.
But then why plant the guy in there? Why plant number one if it's just the ego thing? Let him see. If you try to see if he can really go against y'all, why are you going to have someone sneaky?
Number one was like the insurance policy because they didn't know his plan, all the way. They knew about the tracker and whatnot. They knew about the guys trying to find the island. But once he's on the inside, he's a freaking wild card in there, So that's why number one was there, to keep tabs on him. But I thought because the old guy was number one in the first game, that he would be suspicious of the number one in this game.
Right.
I thought that from the jump, and like it leaned towards that, but then it seemed to go towards I fully trust this dude. Like after the second game, like it took 2 games. You know what I'm saying? For him to be mildly suspicious to boom, I trust him. It's like, bro, it's the same cat. It's the same number from first time. Like you trusted the old dude.
This man.
And did and why?
But why? He was playing Hero. It's a game called Hero. He was playing
just because he was letting his own selfishness and his own agenda override. Like 4, 5, 6, you're not a hero. He wanted to be a hero so bad this whole time. He just wanted to get in there and save everybody. And I got to do this. Y'all need to listen to me. I know the right things, and I'm just trying to get everybody. You are not. Don't be a hero.
And the thing, also another thing that pissed me off is the fact that we saw from the beginning episode that he's not shy about spending his money to get where he needs to go. Right? He's spending the money, and he got over 46 billion won or whatever, yen or whatever it is, right? By the time when they had the opportunity to vote to get out of the first game, he could have told everybody, hey, I've won, right? And I'll give everybody 100 million if y'all vote X right now, right? He could have been done that, but he didn't. I'm like, what What you don't, it's not like you want to keep the money. Clearly, you don't. So spend it
No.
and get to the ends that you want to get to faster, and it just didn't make sense.
He even told some of the guys who voted X the last time that he had their backs when they left.
Yeah,
Like,
but just that little small group, just them little
Yeah.
5 friends. I'm like, why are you being cheap now? You was ready to burn through it at the beginning of the episode.
he was
Exactly. Spent 2 years paying people to look for the recruiter.
Right.
Mhm.
So
Bought you a little wig and some new clothes.
abandon your kid. And
Exactly. ain't been home yet.
Right.
Ain't been
Exactly.
home yet. The
Yo,
baby ain't seen you in 2
I forgot,
years.
bro. Had
Not
a
even
daughter,
speaking
yo.
to her.
Like,
He on the phone silent as a grave. I'm like, this man is a horrible father.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ghostface was doing more talking on the phone than him. He just
Right.
dialed the number,
Bless
breathing.
Yeah. Dude is traumatized from the first game though.
He was a crap father before he got in the game. Let's be real. Let's be real with it.
He was a crap person, altogether. He was just bad. He was just bad at being a human when he first got into the game. But like the first game, he killed his he killed his childhood friend at the end. And I think that and the girl dying and him taking care of her brother.
Mhm.
He didn't take care of the brother.
Well,
he passed that baby off and he said, I don't want to father my own damn kids. What the hell No.
But I really think those last 2 contestants, those last 2 competitors left a mark, like just how they went out on him. Cause he's shell shocked. Bro got PTSD. And he's obsessive compulsive about this group because of that. Like, you spent 3 years, man. He couldn't find peace in 3 years. So yeah, Buddy is he off the rocker, man. He crazy. He's just as crazy as they are. He just ain't got the resources.
And back in the foolishness. Well, what y'all think will happen in this last season? My guess is I'm hoping the games get a lot more brutal. Like, give me some Hunger Games, battle royale type stuff. Like, I mean, again, when they say, "Oh, these ain't nothing but some kids games," okay, let's step it up then. Make these some real grown up lethal games. Okay, I need y'all to step out on there without the confidence that you can win. I need them to be afraid as soon as they get into the game, the stage, the arena. I need them to go ahead and be afraid. I need that for me to be okay with the next season.
I agree. I hope that in the next season that there is some kind of emotional impact, because in season 1, when that little Middle Eastern boy died, I was devastated. I said, damn, they tricked that man and tricked him in that game and he died. There were so many deaths that were like impactful. This season, I don't feel that we've gotten that. There's no one that died that I was like, dang, they really took, dang, that's messed up. I'm really going to miss them. I honestly, outside of 120 and Grandma, I don't give a damn about any of these characters. It's like, I feel like it's not the writing for individual for the characters isn't as strong as it was before. And that's odd because I think they got the same amount of episodes, but
they got 2 less. It was 2 less.
Oh, 2 less this season?
Yeah, last season was 9. This one is 7.
Oh, okay. They dwindling it down now.
Exactly. That's what just like this wasn't enough. It's not enough.
I mean, it felt like a mid-season finale. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we were saying earlier.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a season finale at all. But yeah, they did
fully judge the season the way that it ended. It wasn't enough.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was a very abrupt ending too. But they didn't build the characters up the same way they did in the first season.
Yeah,
we got to learn them a little bit more. We went home with some of them, other than the main character. But
even with number 1, it was like, oh, this little sweet old man, and we feel bad for him sickly and shit. And then got nobody like that this season. So
yeah, other than the grandma, she's like the heart of the show.
Yeah.
And 120 is like he a beast. Well, they're a beast. And I don't know.
But they still alive though. There's no impactful deaths. Ain't been no impactful deaths.
Yeah, like
I mean, some people, Jung Bae.
But I'm not gonna cry for him until I know why his wife got a divorce from him, because he could be a real messy man.
You know what, yo, that death was like, what the hell? But Buddy was holding it down. But like, the one that kind of hit me was little shorty who was crying. Was like, yo, I want to go home, and she died in the next game. She was with 120.
Oh yeah, 120 friend.
Yeah, like that's the only one that I was like, dang.
I didn't shed a tear, didn't give a damn.
I was like, yo, because I really felt what she was saying. Like, yo, y'all really holding these people hostage in here at this point. Greedy is holding these people hostage. She was like, yo, I just want to go home. Like, I felt that.
Because grandma said when everybody go home, I'm cooking dinner for everybody. Come on over to my house.
Right?
You don't stay that far. Come on.
She's definitely the heart of the show. But yeah, nobody really died this year that I was like, yeah, I'm torn up about it. A lot of people died that I wanted to see die.
Yeah.
Like the first shorty that died, I was like, I felt like either she was gonna be first.
Oh, the B girl.
Yeah, because they kind of focused on her a lot, or she was gonna be a problem in the game, like setting shit up or whatever. And when she died, I was like, good shot. But that's my reaction to most of them. Like, yeah, good, he died. Good, they died. It was never like oh man, they died.
Yeah. That's what I hope we get in season 3.
Yeah, I'm just saying, anything y'all want to see in season 3 to step it up, to boost this one, to make us feel better about this one. What's something I need to see? I said I need the games to get brutal.
I think 456 has a contingency plan somewhere. Like, I think is what we're seeing now is like plan A. There is something else to what he has going on.
I hope so. All that money he got, ain't no way he ain't got a backup plan.
Like, in the middle of the season, I was wondering if the North Korean girl was like his inside person or an inside person. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, wouldn't really make sense because she wouldn't know what the island was. They put them on them freaking trucks. Never mind. She could be an inside person.
I don't know.
So, there's something there because I don't know, unless they're just giving us a bunch of red herrings because they had him be suspicious of 001 and then trust him and then get betrayed by him. Like, it just felt too easy for the bad guys. It seemed like he would have something else besides that, besides a tooth and guys freaking following him. It seemed like he would have a third plan.
Maybe.
I'm hoping, at least.
I hope so. We need justice. But not that this was a bad season, but it ended it ended abruptly, like in the middle. So it's like it's not finished enough for me to say what went on, because sometimes when they can stick the landing and when you get a good plot twist, it makes up everything for me.
Yeah, when things start to connect.
When everything started to come together, and it's just like, oh, okay, I didn't know where we was going with this, because I could be here for a slow burn if everything turns around. Like if we find out that 456 got another plan inside, that we find out him and 11 was working together, if we find out that he knew number one couldn't be trusted, or somebody was feeding him information this whole time. Like if we knew that there was something else going on, or he got one of the rich people that's watching him on his side, like maybe he's paying the people. Like if it's something else flips this around, it'll make it worth it. Yeah. And that's what I need for the season to be worth it. But y'all let us know how you feel about this season. Did it do something for you? Did it not do something for you? Are you looking forward for season 3 to see how everything wraps up? Are you hopeful about season 3? Are you not coming back for it? Was it worth the wait for you? It was worth the wait for me because I wanted to see this again, but I also want to see how it concludes. I just need them to pull it in for me. I don't know about y'all, but
I think it was worth the wait only because I just wanted to see the continuation of 456's story. Now, I was a little disappointed with the season, but again, not because it was bad per se. It just felt incomplete, and I didn't feel as strong a connection with the characters.
Right.
But I'm hopeful that season 3 is going to right those wrongs.
I hope we're going to take a whole year and some change to come out.
Well, they said next year. Did they give a date? Because
No, they said 2025.
yeah.
And that
So
was it.
like I'm saying, 2025 is day after tomorrow. So it could
By
be a little tricky.
2025, if they mean like in a few weeks, then we can get, because you could, I mean, they filmed the season, they filmed it together. So
Yeah.
it shouldn't take them that as long because it was all filmed together. So we shouldn't have to wait that long. But I need to see how it concludes for me to like feel like, okay, I have justice now for what I
Yeah.
But they got like 3 games left.
I think they were on like their 4th day or something. So they're there for 6 days total. So I think they only got 2 games left. Maybe I could be wrong, but I don't know.
Well, I definitely, but with this trajectory, I feel like they're switching things around, and whatever games they about to play next is about to get real brutal. And they may only have maybe 2 or 3 games left with them because whatever games they play next is going to take out a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
They're not
Yeah.
about to play with these people no more.
Yeah, and they had 95 when they tried to, bust up out of there. 95 left. And then most of them died, so probably like 70 something, 80 left.
So yeah, they not about to play with these people. It's about to get real brutal, but that's the part that I'm waiting on. I need them to step it up with these games. I need the viewers to be shocked. Because before it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, I probably could win that, and I can't win that. That ain't great. I want it to be some like, oh my God.
Right.
I need
Like,
Jigsaw to get up in here.
Tug of War. Goddamn, Tug of War was the worst one still to this day.
You thought it was that glass one.
I was just gonna say that one.
Glass one was bad, but it's
one.
like Tug of War. If your team lost, that was 10 people at once. Y'all fell go away.
But at least I feel like I would have a chance in Tug of War. That glass stuff.
Yeah, it's luck of the draw, man.
Man, Kimo, man, they have to pick you.
Yeah.
They have to pick teams.
First of all, see, this is when those opportunities go when they try to pick the bigger, stronger people, and then don't come to challenge. But if we was racing, I bet you I'd be first to be picked. We was doing a relay race.
No, you short. Them legs ain't kicking. Ain't them legs.
They gonna do something around here. Okay. Okay, Speedy Gonzalez was making his way. Okay,
that's true.
That's hilarious.
But thank you all for joining us again. This is the last one for 2024, heading on into 2025. Before we get up out of here, see, where we at? What you got going on that Superior coming up in the new year? That
next month, me and my girls, we're talking about the next book in the series, A Great and Terrible Beauty series. It's the final book, and it's a doozy. It is a long book, y'all, but we're talking about it next month. It's called A Sweet Far Thing. So if you're interested in, joining our little virtual book club, look up A Sweet Far Thing by Libba Bray. You can read it on Audible. We're not excluding any of our, listeners, audiobook listeners. And I got some other stuff coming up with my friends. I just don't, I'm drawing a blank, but join me on my channel. See the Superior. You'll be notified what's going on and what's going down. You're muted. There you go.
There we go. Thank you, C. Follow me on all platforms. Because if you don't see me on YouTube, I have a Spotify, Slice of Horror on Spotify, the Facebook group, Slice of Horror, the Fifth Wall on Facebook, Fifth Wall on Instagram, and TikTok, the Fifth Wall, and Slice of Horrors on Instagram as well. So regardless of if I'm throwing out content on YouTube, I'm always putting out content on my other media outlets. So definitely join the Facebook group if any. That's where I post a lot of horror news. So when I hear about something that's coming out, new movies, new shows, memes and things, Facebook group, Slice of Horror. So if you're not in all of the other social media platforms, head on over to those things and catch me on the other things. And thank you all for the support. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, C, for hopping on. Charles for fighting traffic to hop in here.
Thanks for having us.
You all have a happy new year 2025, moving onward, upward, forward. Thanks for all the love, and we love you all back.
I need the cash, I need it fast. I treat the stash like it's up for grabs. On the road to the riches, my foot on the gas. I'm chasing success like this is my last. I wake up in the morning, thank the Lord that I made it here. I was so close to the edge like a bad bitch, baby help. I turn a little nothing in the stove, like I put a bun in the oven. I first get red like a newborn. If you weren't with me going through storms, then you can't make it rain with me. You ain't in the struggle when the struggle tryna hustle. Don't play with me. You sleep for a week, you spend the day with me. Look at my shoes, have problems even lacing it. If I handed you my talent in a cup, you know dry niggas are probably end up wasting it. Now who's gonna